No charges. That is the decision from the Contra Costa County District Attorney in the shooting death of Tyrell Wilson. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for being here tonight for Crown 4 News at 9 o'clock. I'm Grant Lotus.
And I'm Mickey Libyak. His 33-year-old Tyrell Wilson was shot and killed by Andrew Hall in March of 2021. Hall is a former Danville police officer and deputy, already serving jail time for a separate shooting back in 2018. Contra Costa County has already had to pay millions of dollars to Wilson's family in connection with the shooting, but the family disappointed to learn that Hall will not be charged with killing their son.
Crown 4's Dan Thorn spoke with the family's attorney tonight. Dan joins us live from the newsroom with the latest. Good evening, Dan.
Good evening, Grant and Vicky. Well, Contra Costa County District Attorney Diana Becton is officially announcing the news tomorrow. But what we learned tonight was that the DA told the Wilsons that Hall will not be charged. Wilson's family attorney, John Burris, says the DA faces challenges prosecuting Hall because Wilson was holding a knife at the time of the shooting. Disappointment for the parents of Tyrell Wilson, who learned their son's killer will not be charged by the district attorney. A decision coming more than a year after the deadly shooting in Danville.
It was difficult for the family, particularly the mom. Emotionally, she was very traumatized by hearing it.
Civil rights attorney John Burris represents Wilson's family. He says former deputy and police officer Andrew Hall should not have been on the job at the time of Wilson's death.
I think that the story is that if appropriate action had been taken earlier, this young man would not be dead and his family would not be suffering the way they're suffering.
It took more than 2 years for the DA to review and charge Hall in connection with the 2018 killing of unarmed man Latimer Arboleta. Hall is right now spending 6 years in a state prison after being convicted with assault with a firearm.
If the prosecution had taken place earlier, or that he had been removed from the streets earlier as a consequence of it, Tyrell Wilson would not be dead.
Wilson was confronted by Hall in March 2021 after he was accused of throwing rocks at cars on I-680 in Danville. Police body cam video shows Wilson armed with a knife, but his family claims he was suffering from a mental health crisis before he was shot and killed. District Attorney Diana Becton told the Wilsons Thursday her office could not prove without a reasonable doubt that Hall broke the law. Burris says the outcome is not what was wanted, but the upside is that Hall has been held accountable.
He won't be a police officer in the future. He will not have a gun. It's a positive sign in any event, even though this particular conviction, this particular case is not being prosecuted.
The DA is expected to further outline her reasons for not prosecuting Hall tomorrow morning. Contra Costa County has had to pay more than $9 million to settle civil rights suits filed by the families of Wilson and Arboleta. Reporting in the newsroom, Dan Thorn, Crown 4 News.